Many know of my lineage in this land. My grandfather established a kingdom to the southeast that was taken away when the Death Thorns came. It was here my aunt's lover took her. He was a general named Rosago. As they returned, she strayed into their land and they came for her. They demanded my grandfather give up the trespasser, his only daughter. Naturally, this was out of the question, and they prepared for battle. My aunt couldn't handle them dying for something she did, and she was no coward. She opened the gate and strode into the crowd of savages. It took many men to hold Rosago back, and the last thing they saw was the Death Thorns engulfing her as the gate closed. Rosago came out of the mountain, only to find her hanging from a tree, a dozen arrows piercing her flesh. Rosago seethed with hatred for the king for what had happened. People say there was nothing but darkness in his eye from that day. He studied the Death Thorns culture and performed the ritual of acceptance. He was, from that moment, part of their number, marching towards our kingdom. He then led them into the city and killed everyone in their path. My grandfather had no other choice than to escape with me and my mother on a ship with as many as we could rescue from the massacre. That's when our kingdom was born, Osunder, as we split apart from Kantrok.
Why didn't you take up the crown and become king when your grandfather died?
My father was a traitor to our people. I'd be ashamed to take up the crown. You look more and more like your father every day. Don't let his shadow linger on me. I will not push the wishes of an old man on you, Al. But do you think you could keep my throne warm while I'm gone? Where are you going? All kingdoms have been called for a royal gathering. I hear the king of Hirakan is bringing his young prince Jassavis. Plenty of different topics. Not often we all gather like this. I'm sure Numiro will present Scott Russell with his crazy military plans to protect the world. Safe journey, grandfather. On your return, you know where I'll be.
Don't let him reach the gates.
She picked me up when they came for my parents. Once we find them, I'll use the rest of my life to pay her back.
The king is dead, and I'm here to deliver the crown.
What happened?
The traitor prince is moving his forces out of the north. Join the army now to stop him.
You answer to Alastair, and when he is not around, you answer to me. I am Scott Russell, and if I catch anyone acting up, there will be consequences.
We are almost there, Charlie. We are almost there.
Shouldn't you be with your father preparing the troops?
Scott has already moved ashore. One of his ships got stranded in the storm.
The big one?
The big one.
I'm not finished yet!
What's your name?
Abigail Hartley, sir. And thank you.
We came as quickly as we could. Are you okay, sir?
I lost my parents in the war.
My condolences.
No, not dead. They were taken, but I hope to find them one day.
Don't worry. The rebellion might end sooner than expected.
How come?
All in its time.
Did you bring it?
Here you go, sir.
If you don't mind me asking, what's in the bag?
Where are you from?
I'm from Yaron, sir.
Martin and Abigail. You two will be setting up a little camp here to guard this area for the first night. Trust me when I say this might be the most important task of your life. We are about to move through Dragon Tooth Pass in the Nivigor Mountains. We need 2 skilled warriors with us.
Can't wait to see the ship that everybody's talking about.
Yeah, she is something alright.
His pride and joy, a battleship, got stranded on an island on this side of the mountain. I'm pretty sure from messages I've been getting, he's made it into his own personal castle at this point.
Welcome to our pride and joy, the Storm Chaser.
I need you guys to keep an eye on his men. I don't like that he's got his own little operation over here that we don't know anything about.
I recognize those steps. Is that my good friend Alastair?
Now, why do I seem to know nothing about what you've been up to?
Don't you worry about what I do. I have everything under control.
So you will tell me what you're doing, or face the consequences.
Ah, you're Alastair's men. I hear things are getting heated over there.
Nothing we can't handle.
I would hope so. Would hate to drag all our men over there to clean up after you.
Would hate for Alastair to have to drag you all away from your safe, cozy hideout.
I do not answer to Alastair.
Oh, why is that?
I know a true leader when I see one, not some knight in shining armor.
That's not one of ours. It's Jasarvis. Get off the bridge now.
What are you waiting for? We need to find him.
Jasarvis is out there in a tiny boat. I'm not gonna let this moment get away from me. Sometimes we have to make choices in war. People die.
We are not messing with the Death Thorns. We are here for the rebels and the rebels only.
The Death Thorns?
The Northerners were a tribe that settled with our people. But the Deaththorns were already there. If you even stepped 1 foot inside their territory, they'd come for you like a vengeful ghost.
What are you doing? What's going on?
They're here. Can't overhear, you fool.
Abigail and Martin, why are you not at your post?
Death Thorns.
What?
Death Thorns.
Shit.
Run.
I'll go get Alastair. Don't think they'll find us in here, though.
Clearly there are spies in our ranks. Stephen, this should be right up your alley. You think you could locate the rats for us?
I will do my best, sir. And I elected you and 2 others to lead your own groups going forward, as the 3rd Tiger.
Who are the other 2?
Lewis is already leading his, but I also added Di from Ebelon.
Did he give your group a task?
He did.
Let me guess, you're not supposed to tell anyone.
Exactly. You should not worry.
I have trust issues.
Both them and the replacements have failed to report back. You and Di will have to stay here. I'm sure they're fine and we'll get them back to base.
Excuse me, sir. It's done. Now we just have to wait.
Now, I heard you liked fishing.
Been out for a walk?
We shouldn't tell him either. He won't be able to keep it together.
We need him to set up the rescue mission. As long as he keeps quiet, it will be fine.
We found one of their replacements crawling back towards base. He was in no state to speak, but I think we can guess what he would say.
Death Thorns.
They're moving out already?
I heard nothing of this.
There's something going on, and we are not being told. There's to be no noise or as much as snoring at all. If that happens, you are all dead.
What was that?
What was what?
Well, I don't know if I should be impressed or frustrated that I didn't realize.
Let's go for a walk. I'm so sorry.
Now, where have you been? The traitor Di from Ebelon did not succeed in his plans of infiltrating our base. Stephen shall stay behind and guard it as we move south to Incyro. Now prepare for a long walk.
They're all alive, but are most likely being sent to Yaran as we speak.
Tell me, how did you manage not to get caught, huh? You're not warming up to your parents' captors now, are you?
I was caught, but managed to turn it out as if he was the one escaping me. I had to kill him to sell the story.
I see. Their next move?
We're moving into Incyro today. Still no information on the actual operation, but Abigail has been there ever since we arrived, That should have something on it. Stephen is holding the fort.
So Alastair the Great wants to risk being trapped between us and the Deaththorns, leaving maybe his most clever soldier behind, and Scott most likely still running blind in the forest. Something is not adding up here.
What happened?
They have gone missing. We strongly believe that they got captured since they were not among the bodies.
Captured? By who?
They're alive, but the Deaththorns have them both in a cage. The men are already set up for the rescue mission, but we need to be ready to move while they distract them.
If it wasn't for this war, and if we ever met in different circumstances, you seem like a really nice guy. Maybe we could have, gotten together.
You know, I really wouldn't mind that. Well, took you long enough.
You're not the only one that got busy. They didn't make it back.
Well, they might still have made it out. Give it some more time.
It's ready.
Abby. Are we doing the right thing?
Charlie, war is not as black and white as it is in the stories. There are genuinely good people on both sides, same as bad. We just gotta hope that these people who we now care for don't get hurt.
Why is Alastair trapping himself at the crossing?
Who said you're invited?
I'm inviting myself. Well, it's good that you'll be coming with me then. I don't like surprises.
What makes you think I'll go with you?
It really depends on how much you care for the lives of the people on this base.
Any clue on what's going to happen?
You see those people over there? And there. And there? All locations that block and flood the whole area. How come? Rebel go boom.
Get everyone in position.
One problem. They got Stephen.
Charlie!
Oh god, no.
Jasarvis has Stephen. They are on their way here, and I will not let my friend die in our trap. Oh, we've known ever since you killed Dai, after you led the rebels into our base. Yes, we counted on you bringing Jasarvis here, so thank you for that. But we need our friend out of the way for that to work.
Put the damn blades away before you hurt each other.
Martin, she's a rebel.
No. Really. What's really going on?
I'm so sorry, Martin.
What's wrong? What happened?
No, it's fine. He's not expecting anything.
Oh, he's fine. Just a little insurance with Alastair.
Actually, I need him.
Oh, he will give them everything there on the spot, and you know it.
Not when I bring him to Scott. Oh yes, told me all about your little plan.
Ah, so 1, you didn't tell Jasarvis. 2, we are still going after my father. So I keep going back and forth here, but can't wrap my head around where this is going.
Well, this time, I have you on a lead.
Stephen?
The rebels never took my sister. The Shattered Crown did.
What? Why would the Alliance take them?
There is much you don't know about your honorable alliance.
It's time.
You sure you can handle this?
As long as you keep out of it.
I make no promises. Now let's stop wasting time and go get my son back.